Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs, and we are building our Jurassic Park San Diego. Yes, we started out by putting the outline of the central arena area with a moat around it. I haven't done any more since then at all, because what I've decided to do is we need to get some more exhibits in as well. So I want to lay out the ground plan of the park first of all to make sure I get the proportions right. It's funny, this gives it an impression it's sunk down, so that looks pretty cool as it goes, but that will take a bit of time in between, a bit of boring time. So that is the that's one side. This is the north, so this is the south where everybody comes in. Well, there will be a dock over there as well. And we've got the water park, which is not on the San Diego thing, but we're going to do our water creature park as well, which is going to be pretty cool because I think that's a beautiful place. So what we've got to do is start with the proportions. Now, thankfully someone's done this on the world, but I have gone 1/10 for those proportions because it said that the central arena was 1,000 meters. So I'm sort of going 1/10, and it's now, as you know, it's 90 meters across, which is more likely a good size. So next thing is I've got to get some pathways in. I'm going to be using World Edit to do that, and I'm going to use some blocks which are compatible with, and rather than use the mod blocks, I'm going to use blocks that are compatible with 1.8, because at some point, not quite yet, because I want to show off the fossils mod first, we will switch probably to 1.8, so I've got to make it compliant for the future, thinking about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at some ground blocks to see what we can do. I've sort of wanted to make a sandy pathway and then some others, but I think I'm going to do a dark pathways rather than the light sandy ones. Well, after lots of consideration, I am going to revert back to the sandstone, because I thought, looking at all the pictures of it, the sandstone makes the most sense. Every picture's got sand, so all the pathways are going to make sandstone, but everything else in the build is going to be different. So I've already actually set this up. I've done my first pathway, so 24, and it's that, and it's 1. There you go, there's the first pathway. It doesn't actually matter which type of sandstone you do to the centre, because it's the same on top. Each one, slabs, normal sandstone or whatever. So I'm using sandstone slabs, and I'll explain a little bit more. That's literally 110 blocks from the outer wall, because I'm not so sure where the steps are going to go to, which is a bit of a pain really, because also the fact this has got a rock face on the outside, so I'm going to have to leave enough space. What I've decided is leave enough space for 10. So what I am going to have to do is do the stadium all the way around to the top, the actual basic stadium, because I can't do much about that. So what I'm going to do is just put in the other pathways out from each side, and then we shall come back and then we'll look at, because I can't actually do this outside pathway yet until I have got the stadium ring exactly right and where it's going to be, which is a bit of a pain, because what I wanted to do was put the first exhibit in over here. So what I'm going to have to do, this video is going to be a bit stretched out, so we'll just do the other pathways out here now. And what I've done is it's exactly 11 blocks wide. So what I did is pick the center here and went 5 blocks either side, so or it's literally 5 blocks. There we go. So we come down and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't count. It's bad when you're talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you click that one, and then I come back to the other side where it is, if I can get this. That's good having the beams in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always good just to get that in first, and then we know where we're going. And then literally I go at 100 now, so I have to use F3. So we're at 90. No, we're not. We're at 81. So I've got to go 191, because I've got to go 110 blocks. So 110 blocks, 191. I think we're just about, there we go, 191. And then we've put in that particular area, and I've just short each side. I'm quite happy about that because I think it's the case when I originally measured it. I measured it to take allowance for the stand and the sloping wall on the outside, which is to look like a volcano. So what we'll do is I will go and do the other two over here, and then I'm going to do the grandstand up to the height I'm going to do it, and then we'll come back. So we can see the stadium is coming along dead quick. I'm going to have to put some filling in blocks, look, and that's what happens when you circle. Well, this is going to be so much easier to do than whatever, and it's got these beautiful square areas where we're going to be cutting out some of the stadium, but I can cut that out afterwards. I'm just really cheap building it. Once you get going, it's quite easy, and it looks like I've got the proportions just about right, because all you have to do is keep going back and changing it to like 65-18, and then you just put it in, and then that will do the next row, and then you go again and it will be 66-19. There we go, and you'll be able to see that now, and we'll do it to 20, shall we? Go to 20, and then so the last one, no, it's not the last one, but it will be 20, and it will be 67. And then basically I keep sort of going out, I don't trust myself. But look at that now. Whoa, the stadium's coming up. What a stadium. Imagine the dinosaurs coming in. I can't wait to get them in here and get the central area. I've got to dig out all the motor course. So we've got a few more though. I think I've virtually got this stadium right. I think we're going to go up to those pink high, because I really do want a high super duper stadium that was originally designed, because you would get like 60,000 people in here. I think that's probably about right, and I want to do some more ornate designs on this, and it's easy once you keep going. So it's 68-21, and you've got to remember where you are, because once you come out of the game you'll lose your track. So what we'll do is 69-22. What we'll do is we'll come back, so 70-23, that'll be easy. There we go, and we'll have one more look, and then we'll come back again. Wait, it is up. Oh, hey, look at that. It's actually matching it pretty well, because I want it to be really imposing. And actually that is going to be right, because what I want to be able to do on this one, like I want to put a really fancy walkway around the outside, almost like make it sort of Colosseum type. I think that would be really cool to make some patterns into it. So we'll come back once I've got the basic shape, because once I've got the basic shape and done some of the outside, I can actually start doing one of the dinosaur pens. And there we have it. That was actually quite an easy thing to do, to be honest, but I've got to go around and fill in all these blocks. Now I'm not going to, I'm just going to leave them gapped, so I'm literally going to have to go around, with the block, because I've got no other way of doing it, and hand fill these in. That's the best way to do it, really. And I'll just do that and go around and make it pretty as you do, and then come back. But just to finish it off, and I wanted this because I can now do some fancy bits around the outside, because I've now got sort of a 5 tier, the top tier. I can sort of do a fancy, almost like I could do sort of balcony area around the top as well, to make it look really cool, because I do say that the one in the original drawings didn't look that cool. So I'm going to make it a bit more artistic and use my poetic license on it and make it a bit grander, as you would. But it was built a number of years ago, so I am reproducing some sort of tech. I'm going to use old and new stuff to do that. Look at that, it's quite easy actually to fill it in. It's just the case that you have to manually go around and do that, but you imagine how long it would have taken to build that stadium. Right, okay, so that sort of thing is going to be in between videos. So now we've got the stadium, the basic shape. Now where's the north, south? What I need to do now is literally, where are we? Got to get that sea. This is, I'm sure this is south with the grass. Oh no, that's the lake over there, isn't it? What I've got, oh yeah, it is the lake. Yes, the lake. So around here, what I need to do now is sort of create an outline of the sort of volcano bit as such. and I'm out at 80, so the circle is out at 80. So what I can do now is I could literally come down a bit here and sort of do the basic. I'm going to use stone for the rest of it, like, because it would be concrete and stone. So now I've done that, I'm going to start coming down quite sharply to make it sort of volcanic. Once I've sort of done that, I can then think I'm only going to come out about, probably going to come out about, we shall see how it looks. We'll see how it looks. What I think I'm going to do though is mix it with some dirt. We'll see how it looks, and then once I've played around it for a while, I shall come back. Right, now it's taken a bit of fun and I've used stone, but what I'm going to do is the basic shape needs managing in terms of like over here I was playing around different types of stone. Am I going to put some mossy stone on it as well to decorate it? And I can actually play around with it and make it like a bit more ungainly, more like a mountain as such as we go around. So that's quite easy to do by just adding more stone or less stone, or taking some out. See, I can take it out and make it a bit more rugged, and sort of do that and sort of make it a bit more of a mountain, and we could sort of make it come up this way as well. So it's quite easy to do because I just keep adding stones in, stepping back, and then just to make it a bit more rugged and unfamiliar. And then what I can do is add soil as well, because I can add some soil blocks to make it a bit different. Like I could almost have, you know, like little areas where it's got soil on it like that, to make it a bit more decorative as well. But I'm not here to do that at the moment, because what we're trying to do is lay out the park. That's the lake, and yeah, I keep forgetting which way. It's the river. I should actually think of what I might do is put a plat there. So now we've got the edge there, I can now start doing the actual park layout and seeing whether it all fits in. And first things first, the front of the park is sort of a flatter design. That's obviously is that the right way? Or is it out at the beach again on the other side? I can't remember now. That's the other side. Maybe. Oh, it's out there. Yeah. So the park is sort of squat on that's the front over here, where the yellow thing is. That's what I've got to remember. Where the yellow thing is, and it's squat. So what I've got to do is sort of lay out the first area. Now that's going to be quite easy. And I haven't put any gates. I'm going to take out the gates because there's big holes. There's fancy Jurassic Park pillars here as well, which are quite good. So what we're going to do is, this is a central pathway that leads into the park, and I'm going to use this as the outer rim. Before the next path is, it's quite easy to do because I go back to doing the sand, which is 24-1, and I just sort of, the first one is only 10 blocks. 10 blocks, and then that. So this pathway is quite big. It's going to be about the same. I'm just going to make the pattern of 10. So that's it. That's 10. So let's just go out a bit there. Let's go, I think of that. Let's see if we can do the 24-10 set. 24. Probably got in the wrong thing here, but we can try it. See what happens. Yeah, it starts it out. 24-10. I did that wrong. Measured that wrong, of course. So slash undo. Let's do that. Once you've got the undo here. Right. Yeah, I got that wrong. Look, I hadn't measured up the first one. I've covered the whole thing in sand. So this is sort of a tree area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's, so I've got to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it's come out a bit just to do the path like that. No, that wasn't supposed to do that. Oh no, I've just undone. That's one thing you've got to be very careful of. Right, that's the path that way. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, it's about right, that is just this side. What did I get rid of then, if anything? I don't think I got rid of anything. I think I'm alright. I think I survived that. That's the original path there. And because 10 makes 200, and then we will make the first. So what I'm going to do is just quickly lay out the first pathways as such, and then we'll come back because that's a boring bit. Okay, let's show you what we've done then. Literally now I've gone for the centre pathway is going to be wider when I finish, but the pathways that go right and left and then meet up with the pathways over there and over there are all 10 wide to make it easier for the builds. And it means now also when I've designed the pathways in, there's going to be some big areas to put. There's also a path that splits these two at right angles straight through here. There's a pathway, so and I've now been able to curve this pathway around because over here at the back, on the left hand side is the T-Rex paddock, and the T-Rex paddock backs onto the back of this area here, and then what happens is there are gateways through here, so the path at the sort of, it's not exactly halfway, there is a massive big gate to let the T-Rex into the stadium, almost like a great big stadium to bring the T-Rex in, and the Brachiosaurus Apatosaurus will come in from that side, so literally it's a representation on both sides. This is the Apatosaurus paddock, and over this side is a glass roof, sort of a building area, maybe for smaller dinosaurs to come in through the back. So how did I do this path? This sloping path is a bit of a, it's almost like a bit of a crafty design, where all I have to do is I kept the wall, and you'll see here what I do is I kept the wall design all the way along. There you go, got to there, and then when I got to here, instead of being one block, I literally came out 2 2 2 2, and it makes it wider, and then what I did is on this side where the path starts, again you just, all you have to do is sort of meet the arc, is again meet the two at the back to the front, so that'll make it dead easy for me to get the other side into matching pairs, so we can have a matching pathway. What am I going to do here? Right, well, there's stalls and stands and stuff, but what I'm thinking is the original park design didn't have anything, it just sort of had a tree area here. Now what I was thinking about, wouldn't it be really good to sort of add some different areas in, so I think what we're going to do here is one side or the other. Now I'm not sure because the T-Rex is there, it's a bit scary, so maybe the Apatosaurus or the Brachiosaurus side round here we might put a petting zoo, because what I'm going to do now, literally design is the same on both sides. So before we finish, what I'll now do is just do that pathway to the right, and this is easy. Once you get that first outline, I'll show you now, it's actually dead easy world edit to keep going. Now I've got this wrong here, as you can see, because that should be like that. So what you do is you just keep doing this basically, and because I've already got it set in and I have to bring it back one block at a time. I know it's a bit of a chore to do that, but it still keeps doing 10, so it maintains the 10 wide. So that's, once you've got your curve right, it's dead easy to put the pathway in, because the exhibits behind are massive. Now these have moats around them and a fence, so I haven't even started to put the fence in, the first fence way, the high viewing areas. So I think what I'm going to do is use some, because it's a moat in between that and the actual area where the dinosaurs roam round, I think I'm going to do like a viewing. When you're standing here, I think you should be able to look through glass, reinforced glass, because there's going to be a moat here all the way around here, which is going to be interesting to put in. So before this video ends, I am just going to literally get this done now and go around the other side and copy it. In fact, what I should do to make it even quicker, I'll show you, to make it even quicker, I should do that, and then what I should do is, that's exactly one block, so I should then come back this way. I keep going backwards and forwards. It's sometimes quicker, sometimes just to click it and go for it, but it doesn't take that long. It's one of those jobs that you have to do, but it makes the park look gorgeous at the end of it, and that's what it's all about. Time, taking your time, means the final product is always of a good quality. So that's the pathway around there, so that looks alright. Right, what I'm going to do, as I say before the end of the video, I'm just going to finish off this path the other side so you can see it finished before we go. So the front side of the main pathway is actually done. Now I know it's on the actual park itself it's a lot straighter, but there are a couple of designs and really I didn't really want to make it straight. I want to make a bit more of a fluent design coming around there rather than just a straight, because the diagram that we got to work with is sort of a bit different, but we will keep the straights down here because I will keep the actual straight across and how that works, but that's now equal around the front of the part. I think it's more aesthetically pleasing around there rather than totally to be exact. So what we'll do now is that this gets cut across here rather than a square park. So what I've got to do is, like this one here, just as an example, just to finish off, this one comes out, if I'm right, yeah, this side, this one comes out 65. So at the moment, let's just get the F3 on. So if we start here, and so this one here, if this is 6, so that's 5, so really I want to go 70. Oh no, minus 70. Minus 70, let's just do that. Let's just do that from there. So click that. Minus 70, right, minus 40. Then we got exactly 65, and you'll show you how it looks. 70. Oh, so I need to come down there. That's the 70 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Click that, and we will bring in the first pathway. That's our back. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty well good. That's actually looking like the design, and then I'll do the same the other way. What I've got to do as well, interestingly enough, is, and that's quite easy to do, I'll do that again in between, but I've got to find the exact middle. I suppose I haven't got to be easier to find the middle, to be honest. Yeah, because this side is shorter and that side is longer. Oh, is that the middle? Now that could be, which is interesting because I'd have to fly now all the way out to the other side to get the exact diagonal, which is really hard because it's almost like I've got to go sort of out this angle here really. Now if I could get, oh, you can't see, it's so hard, so it's going to be quite a slow process to search. I've got to keep going angular, and there we go. So oh, there you go, it's actually easier here, look, because we're going up here, it's actually much easier. So here is, right, let's just put a marker on there as being the angle, and so that is, oh, let me just come back. That sticky keys, I don't want sticky keys, let's just go back to that. See, always put markers down, always learn the hard way. So that's that. So if we come down to here, there's the marker for there, and then what we can do is, this is going to be quite easy now, so I actually want to get the markers. Let's get that. Oh, that's good. Alright, there we go. So I've just got to make this path go all the way out, and we'll just dig it out and then we'll finish off. But this is how it works, because where's that? Ooh, that is massive. Now that makes that a lot bigger, so maybe I'm going to have to think about that. It's not exactly half a marker, because that makes that part of the park massive. So I might have to reconfigure that. So I'll think about that one. It's not, it's those pens should be a lot bigger than these, so it's not going to be the 90-degree marker, it's going to be more like a 75-degree marker. That's going to make it a bit more difficult. I suppose, well, it should, no, yes, because yeah, I'd rather have it a bit different. I could do it like that, but then that's going to be, no, oh, no, maybe not. Right, I'll have to think about that before I come back next time. I'd rather have the proportions sort of better than that. So what happens is that this should be shorter than that one over there, so we'll come and have a look at that. Right, okay, thank you very much indeed for watching this episode. Next time, what I really aim to do is get the first area, the first like living area for the first dinosaurs. And because we've got such a big park, we can mix and match some of the dinosaurs as well, so we can have more than one in there as long as they don't eat each other. So we're going to sort of look at the first area and do the first exhibit, I think. Right, bye bye for now all, and please like, please sub, and please make comments. Thank you very much indeed, and bye bye.